What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Monday, everybody. Start of the new week, full of new opportunities. As you guys are tuning in, let me know how your day is going so far. But today, we're going to jump right into it here in a second. We're going to be talking about the three things that you need in order to have a successful fitness or weight loss journey in general. These sorts of things. Like, I'm going to be covering like the three things that I think are like so freaking important, that are basically essential, if you want to like actually get to your goal in the first place, and then also be able to maintain it and stay there. And a lot of it, like I've said, and a lot of times, you can want to do all the physical. You could have like all the physical capabilities in the world to actually pursue it, but at the end of the day, it comes down to your mindset, because the body will do what the mind wills it to do, and you need to have the right mindset coming into something like this, or at least be actively working on developing your mindset coming into a fitness or weight loss journey, because that's gonna be what it actually takes to get there, to make it happen. And why am I talking about this today? Funny enough, earlier today, if you guys saw my post, I did a post about, I was like, 12 days, I'm getting married. Pretty freaking cool. Pretty freaking crazy. But when I was writing that post, and I've thought about this in the past a couple of times, but there's a lot of parallels, like a lot. Like, I've recognized a lot of parallels, a lot of similarities, between certain aspects of my life, where it's like, oh, like that, like universal, like rule of working on these three specific things I'm going to talk about. When you work on those things, or you focus on those things, or you work on improving in those things, or you applying those things to these different aspects of your life, shit works. Shit works really well. Shit goes well. Things go in a positive direction. You see success, in those areas of life when you apply these things. These three things I'm going to talk about. And my relationship was one of those things, right? My relationship with Jessica, being with her, it's applying these things that at that time, not really even like necessarily like realizing that we were applying these things, or not necessarily we just valued these things, in our relationship, that allowed it to blossom and become as successful as it is right now. And so what we're going to be talking about today is the three things that and those three things I'm going to be talking about, those can be applied to so many things in your life, but especially your fitness journey, your weight loss journey, your strength journey, whatever it may be. These things are important, guys. And focusing on these things and working on these things I'm going to talk about are going to help you get to that next level and actually give yourself a really good chance at actually achieving your goals, whether it's weight loss, building muscle, or just body recomposition. But these three things, I want you guys to, as I'm talking about them, I want you to type them in the chat, so that way I know that you're paying attention. And yeah, so let's jump into it. And if you guys are watching this at a later time, let me see a hashtag replay, so I know that you're watching and tuning in, that you saw this. But the three things I'm here going to talk about are consistency, right? That's the first one. We're going to go step by step during this live. But the first one, consistency. Showing up is half the fucking battle. Showing up is like 80%, 90%, it's like 99% of the battle, right? Like executing, like showing up on a daily basis, or like 99% of the time, is going to be like such a like key to your success in your relationship, in your fitness journey, your weight loss journey, because you, at the end of the day, like, your goals don't give half a shit, if no matter how bad you want it, right? It doesn't care how bad you want it. All that matters in this game, in this like in a fitness journey, is if you put in the work or not, right? And not only putting in the work, but putting in the work consistently, day in, day out, day after day. You're gonna hit rough patches here and there, but like showing up consistently and getting back on that fucking wagon as quickly as possible after you fall off. That's so important, because if if you stop and start every other week, or you stop and start, you're on for a month, you're off for a month, you're not going to make any progress. You're not going to make headway, or if you do, it's going to be very minimal, because you're constantly falling out of momentum. You're constantly stopping and starting, and because of that, you're losing a lot of time, right? You're losing a lot of time. You're getting out of momentum. You're screwing yourself over because you keep stopping and starting. Does that make sense? Like, being consistent with this, consistently working out, right? When you're supposed to work out, consistently following your routine. If you've got like a morning routine for your mindset, sticking to that shit's really important. Nutrition, probably the most important thing out of all of these things that I'm talking about. Like obviously the mindset's really important because it's going to get you to actually follow the nutrition stuff, so that's important too. But nutrition wise, like 100% of weight loss is nutrition, right? How you look when you get to your goal weight, that's where strength training comes into play. That's where the exercises and doing the workouts come into play, right? So making sure that you're consistent with your nutrition, right? If you had to give yourself if you had a report card and you had to give yourself a grade, like, and every day that you show up for yourself in the last 100 days was one like point, right? What would you be at right now? Would you be at a 20 out of 100? Would you be at a 50 out of 100? Like an 80 or 90 out of 100? Like, what grade would you be able to give yourself on how consistently you're showing up for yourself? Because at the end of the day, like I said, you're going to get the grade that you deserve, right? You're going to get the grade that you worked for and that you earned, not the one that you're wishing for and that you're wanting for, right? You get what you put into this. That's what it comes down to. So consistency is so freaking important for your for your journey, right? So the more you can show up for yourself, the more likely you're going to succeed, right? Like, yeah, it just makes sense, right? So show up consistently, consistent action over time with the right strategy being applied to it equals success. That's what success is showing up consistently, and it's one of those things too. It's like, how we do one thing is how we do everything, right? Like if you're, you know, it's like the weakest chain in the link kind of concept. It's like if you're showing up for yourself really well in all these other aspects, but you're like to put it bluntly, like you're fucked in another area and you're not working on that area, the machine can't really operate, right? Or that chain's gonna break, right? So making sure that you're showing up consistently is super important. So that's the first one, consistency, right? Consistently showing up for yourself. The second one, belief, and I'm somebody who, like, if I've got something that I care about and that matters to me, and I think that it can be done, like I believe wholeheartedly if one person has been able to do something, I can fucking do it. If they can do it, why can't I fucking do it, right? And you need to have that same concept and have that same mindset that, like, they're not special, which is great because that means that you're not fucking special either. And that means that you can achieve the same shit that they're achieving. Or I guess you could think that everybody's special and that everybody's capable of doing everything if you want to come at it from more of an optimistic mindset or whatever. But it's one of those things where it's like if one person has been able to do it, right? Anybody can do it. And a lot of times people feel like, like they see somebody that's achieved something great, or they like somebody has lost 100 pounds or 200 pounds, or they put on like 20 pounds of muscle. Like, oh my gosh, like they are so lucky. Like they were able to achieve that. Like how, like that's a 1 in a million thing that they were able to do that. Oh my gosh, like that's crazy. But when you get down to it and you start learning about this shit and you start learning about people who are successful in those things, and you start to realize that they're just regular fucking people that have figured out how to optimize their like day-to-day like tasks and things like that. They're consistent with their habits, their rituals, their workouts, their nutrition. That's all it takes, right? It's that consistency over time. Then it becomes like, oh shit, like I could do it too. If they could do it, why can't I do it? Like so and so working at the fucking grocery store, they lost 120 pounds. Like shit. Like if they can do it, why can't I do it? So and so's mom lost this much weight doing whatever. Shit. Well, if like they're able to do it, like why can't I? And that belief starts to like sink into your head a little bit. It starts trickling in there, and it's like shit. Like I think that I can actually do this, and that is when like the switch flips a little bit, and it's like, oh, like that a lot of times too, like sometimes people coming into a fitness journey, they might not be ready for it, or they might not fully believe in themselves, but then once they start doing it and they start seeing that progress, they start seeing that weight loss, they start seeing their body change, it stacks on itself. It starts to build up. They start to build that momentum up a little bit. And when they're doing that, then they're like, oh, like they get into it for a couple weeks or a couple months and they start seeing those changes. Then they're like, oh shit, like I'm doing it and I can actually fucking do this. And as long as they don't self-sabotage themselves and stick it's like that meme where it's like you have a stick and you're riding a bike and you stick it in your own tire and you like screw yourself over. Like as long as you don't do that, like they start to like really like tap into that and they get into that momentum, and then it's just a snowball effect after that if you can keep that positive momentum going. But like having the belief is so important. If you are somebody right now and you're on a fitness journey or a weight loss journey and you don't believe in yourself, you don't actually believe that you can get there, guess what? You're probably not. I'm just here to tell you, you're probably not going to fucking get there if you don't believe in yourself. And that doesn't mean you can't not believe in yourself like some of the times. It doesn't mean you can't have doubts, right? but at your core, like your heart, like you believe that you're gonna get there one day. It may not happen tomorrow. Yes, there's gonna be some ups and downs. Having the reality of the situation, like sometimes, and being like realistic about it, like and living that life of like moderation. Like it's not always gonna be sunshine and rainbows, and getting out of that like honeymoon period phase state of mind with your fitness journey, and being like, fuck, like I know it's gonna be hard, and I recognize that it's gonna be hard and it's gonna suck sometimes, but there's also gonna be a lot of good parts to it too. But like I know it deep in like your fucking like soul or in your mind or whatever you want to call it, like you're like I can fucking do this thing. I know I can do it now. Guess what? You just like fucking like shit. You're gonna get there, right? It's crazy because it's like I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it within myself, with my business, like having that belief. Sup, Kira? How's it going? I see you. Having that belief in yourself for your fitness journey or your weight loss journey or whatever it fucking may be. If you believe in it, like you're gonna fucking get there, right? But it's that lack of belief that holds people back big time. It's that lack of belief that holds people back from actually like pursuing it, from like letting themselves like burn that boat and get like and burn that boat once they're on the island, because like once you're there and you're like believing in yourself, like it gets a lot fucking easier. And so if you're somebody right now who's struggling with that and doesn't believe in themselves right now, like I want you guys to type that in the chat if you're watching right now. Like the number two is belief, because like you have to have the belief that you can get there, and it can be a little bit of belief at the beginning, right? It can be a little bit of belief at the beginning, but you want to focus and hone in on that and build that over time, and really just like, because like the more that you believe in yourself, like that's like half the fucking battle right there. Like you're fucking golden if you actually think you're gonna get there, right? If you actually think you're gonna get there, but so many people don't, right? So many people are like, I'm gonna start this fitness journey, but they like in the back of their mind, like it's not just doubt, it's just like them being like, you're never gonna fucking do this shit. It's never gonna happen. Like you're not gonna do this. Like that sinks that like disbelief or a like yeah, basically disbelief or like a lack of belief in yourself kills so many fucking dreams. It's not even funny. It kills so many dreams. Like so many dreams will never come to fruition, and so many people's like goals in life are never gonna happen because they don't actually believe in it. They don't. Like they don't. But if you can get to that point and to actually like believing that it's actually possible, like you're fucking there. You're gonna get there. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? So I see a comment here. It's good. Kicked ass my pull workout this morning, pursuing a superhero body one workout at a time. Fuck yeah, it's that consistency. Kira is somebody, she's tuning in on Facebook. Kira, just a little side note, she is somebody who I have like seen like over time, like just like wholeheartedly like just believe in herself, like hard fucking core. Like, and I saw in it, and at the beginning she believed in herself like to an extent, right? Like everybody does coming into something tentatively, but like there was like a defining moment, and it was like a couple months back that I remember, and it was just like the switch flipped, and it's just like I can fucking do this, and I am doing this, and since then, like shit, like she's lost over like 30 pounds at this point, and I just want to say and take a side note on this live and just say that I'm super fucking proud of you, for everything that you've done and the consistency that you've shown up for yourself. Like honestly, like having that belief is huge, and then also being able to apply it, right, which is the next thing that I'm going to be talking about here in a second, which is focus. Is focus. And so I see another comment here. Darian saying, my belief in myself is also super impacted by your willingness to believe in me. Exactly. And I love that you said that too, because believing in yourself can get, like, if you have a strong support system, right? If you have a strong support system and you have people that can, like, actually help uplift you if you're, like, having doubts sometimes, right? Everybody has doubts, right? Like, I have doubts sometimes in myself sometimes. But having a strong support system, whether it's through family, your significant other, your friend group, whatever it may be, that is there and is a positive force in your life, that's like, they don't laugh at you whenever you tell them your dreams and aspirations, but they're like, fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. I think that you can absolutely do that. I believe in you that you can do that. And if you want to do that, I have no doubts in my mind that you're going to make it happen. Having somebody there, it's like having another, like, not another set of eyes on a problem, but it's like having another, like, like support group, like like not only inside your mind but on the outside too. That's like you're getting like, how can you not feel like you can achieve something when you've got so many people just being like you can fucking do this shit, right? And that's what I really like, and not to like to get too off topic, but like that's why I love like what I do and being able to be a coach to my clients. I know how important that is. That's why I have a fucking mentor, right? Because I like having that like that extra set of support and that extra like that willingness of others to believe in me and to not think that my dreams are stupid, right? Or to think that my goals are stupid. Like and that's why I like the community that we've built so much. Is like it's just a bunch of people who are like like there's nothing fucking special about us other than we made the actual decision to like pursue our goals and like actually like chase after them, right? And chase after our dreams. That's the only difference is that we made a decision and a commitment to ourselves to actually do it because we thought that we were like worth it, that we owed it to ourselves because we do. We all do. Some people just don't realize that they do. And that's why I really like the community so much. It's just like it's a ton of people who like all my clients are fucking special. You guys are all fucking special. But grand scheme wise, none of us are fucking special people, right? There's nothing inherently like we're all amazing. There's nothing inherently special about us, right? I'm on my live just like not shit talking my clients, but just being like nobody's special. I'm not fucking special. They're not special. You're not special if you're watching this right now and you're not my client. Like and just seeing all these people who are moms, dads, people who have worked different jobs from all walks of life, like coming together and being a part of something that's just like, hey, like so and so, like you're fucking depressed. Oh shit, like I'm fucking depressed too. But shit, you lost 20 pounds. Fuck, I can lose 20 pounds. Shit, you're a mom who has to the stay at home mom that has to clean up shitty diapers and feed your kids, and you got shit sleep. Like fuck, that's me too. Like fuck, and shit, you lost 5-10 pounds, and you have a positive outlook on life. Like shit, I could do that too. Like it's that realization. It's that like that belief in ourselves. It gets stronger because it's got this like level of support beneath it. That's just like it's like nah. Like you're not. It's like you're having a shit day. You're falling apart. You want to like you want to fuck up big time and quit. And you get down to that level where you're feeling like that that support, that group, that community, that camaraderie, that community, like is like, nah, like that's not fucking happening. Like we're not letting that fucking happen here. That's not happening here. Same thing with and you do it to yourself a little bit too because you're like you hold yourself to a higher standard when you're surrounded by people who are at a higher standard for themselves, right? You don't let yourself off scot free like you normally would, and that's something that I really love about it. Like, and I love that comment. Not to go off on that big long tangent, but um, here it says, visualizing is huge for me. I keep looking at women I admire and I know I'll get there. And setting myself up with the support system is what makes a huge difference. I've tried to get healthy so many times, but working with Austin has been totally different. Hey, fuck, I love that shit. Like, you're tugging at my heartstrings here, Kira. Let's go. And it's true. Like, it's true. Like, just what we've got going on in the community is like I don't know. I've never been a part of something like that before. I have like not in fitness or nutrition though, right? I've been a part of something like that with my own business, and like the mentorship that I work through with that, like, and that's a lot of that is like I saw that and I was like I fuck with that so much, and I know how much it can impact, like how much it's impacted my life, and how much I love doing, like being a part of that. I was like, I want to take that and I want to turn that into like fitness and nutrition oriented, sustainable fitness journey for moms, dads, broke ass college students, like everybody, like coming together, like being in like this place that it's like non-judgmental, and it's just a place where you can be your like work on being your best self, right? Like and being supported for it too, being congratulated on your successes, not feeling like you are like being like oversharing or whatever it may be. Like being a part of something like that, it's huge and it's super important. That's why the clients that get the best results, that reach their goals the fastest, that are like honestly just the most successful, right? By however whatever metric you want to measure that by, like they engage with the group the most. They do. They participate in the group the most. They are the most involved, and there's no like it's no shocker. It's like they're consistently showing up with something that is like conducive, an environment that's conducive to their goals. Of course they're gonna fucking succeed, right? Show up. You're gonna get results, right? So yeah, no, so I love that. And then I'm gonna read this one last comment before I go on to number three. I remember when I was starting and struggling, I kept thinking, oh no, I messed up. Austin was going to drop me as a client, and you never gave up on me. Yeah, exactly, and that's just because it's not a matter. And for me, it's like I think for pretty much every new client that I start, I tell them from the beginning, I'm like, you're gonna fuck up, right? Like you're gonna fuck up sometimes. You're gonna screw up. Like you're not gonna be perfect. I'm here to tell you right now that you are not going to be perfect. I don't care how hard you work at this, you are not going to be perfect. And because you are not going to be perfect, that is okay because that means that you're able to learn from whatever mistakes you're gonna make, right? And I view like because that instantly takes the pressure off of being like success fail, right? It takes you out of that black and white mindset of either I'm amazing and I'm killing it and I'm perfect, or I'm a complete fuck up and I'm a failure and why should I even try pursuing my fitness journey in the first place? Why should I even try to lose weight? I'm a fucking failure, right? Like that takes that from the get go sets the standard that neither of those things are okay or like actually like a realistic like scenario, right? Neither of those things are real. Because you're never a complete fuck up and you're never going to be fucking perfect. Like we want to find something that's sustainable, obviously on the more towards the positive spectrum of things. But yeah, so I start all my clients from the get go. I'm like, you're gonna fuck up. Like that's part of this shit. You're not gonna be perfect at something that you've never fucking done before in your entire life, or worked with somebody like this. Like it's unrealistic. And so I set that standard from the get go. It's like you're gonna fuck up, like, and that's okay. I see a comment here on Instagram. This is so true and awesome. It's all about being able to connect. Just feel human here. No stereotyping at the illusion of perfection. Exactly. Exactly. So last one though, guys. Last one that I have for you guys here is and also to reiterate that on that last comment from Kira on Facebook was never gave up. Like it's not a matter of how many times you fall, right, or how many times you screw up, or how many times you fail. Because like you're gonna if you're trying to get better at something, you're gonna fucking fail every fucking day in one little aspect or another. You're gonna screw up in some way or another. Like that's just gonna happen, right? That's just something that's gonna happen because you're testing your boundaries, right? You're pushing the limit of what you've previously been capable of in the past, and with that comes learning experiences, right? But it's not a matter of how many times you get, no, how many times you fall down, how many times you screw up, how many times you feel like you messed up like big time. It doesn't matter how many times that happens. All that matters is that you actually one, hopefully learn something from it in the process, and two, you get back up and you keep pushing forward and you keep trying. That's the thing. Like I like so many of my clients, like all of my clients, honestly, have screwed up on something at one point or another, right? I don't fucking care about how many times you screw up. I just care that you don't give up, right? That's the most important thing is that you're not willing to give up, is that you're not, willing to like throw in the towel. Like I don't like if you're somebody who like instantly fucking quits and gives up, like you're never going to succeed. You're never going to succeed at your goals. You're just not. Like you're a quitter. Like long term, lifelong quitter. And if you quit at stuff, you're never gonna win at stuff. So you're just gonna lose all the time. But if you're somebody who just like practice makes perfect. Like consistency. Like I'm gonna keep showing up, and one day it's gonna click, and one day I'm gonna get it down, and every day I'm gonna be a little bit better than the day before. Like you already fucking won. It's just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of time. So number three. I've been trying to get on number three for a while now, but now we're gonna get into it. So focus, guys. Focus. So we've talked about consistency, right? We've talked about consistency and we've talked about belief. Now you got to actually fucking channel that shit. You actually have to focus on doing the things that need to get done. And I'm going to be completely honest, I do not struggle in the slightest with consistency, right? I don't struggle with being consistent for the most part, right? I don't struggle with belief. Fuck, I believe so hard in everything that I'm trying to do right now and achieve. It's not even fucking funny. I believe in it so much. Focus. That's my weakness. That's honestly my weakness, my personal weakness, and it's something that because I know it's my weakness, I try really hard to be good at it and I try to work on it like a lot. Is focus. Is actually like being really good. Like I'm way fucking better at my time management now than I used to be. Like trust me, I'm way fucking better at it. But I've worked really hard at it. But focus, being able to manage your fucking time properly. So that way you can actually focus up and pay attention to the things that you need to be paying attention to and taking action on the things that you need to be taking action on. Doing your workouts, right? Like actually focusing up and making sure that you're getting your workouts done. consistently, right? A lot of these things are they're connected, right? It's like a machine. You got to have all parts working. So of course they're kind of connected in one way or another. But focusing like on those things, focusing and making sure that you're following your calories and macros, or focusing up and making sure that you're doing your meal prep that you said that you're going to do. Focus and like kind of like integrity to yourself, or to like do the things that you actually said you're going to do. Those things are kind of interchangeable here, but like actually fucking like you can talk about all doing things, and you can talk about being consistent. You can talk about how much you believe in yourself. You can talk about how you're going to do something, but it doesn't matter unless you actually focus up and commit to it and take the action, right? Like 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 people there's it's not this isn't the actual saying, but it's like, you can you can go to school all the fucking live long day. You can read and research and learn and do all these fucking things. Like, you can do all those things. Like, you can. Like, you can be the smartest fucking person on the planet on fitness and nutrition and whatever it may be. Like, sitting down in your office, or sitting in your room reading shit on your laptop for like the next 10 years, right? But none of that fucking shit matters unless you actually do something with it. Unless you actually take action on that knowledge, on that belief, on that desire to be consistent. None of it's gonna matter. You could learn all the live long fucking day about macros and calories and weight loss and meal prep and strength training and all that, and mindset. You can learn about all that shit. You can read about it in books and things like that, or take online courses. You can learn about that, right? But it doesn't fucking matter unless you actually focus the fuck up and do it and use it and take action on it. So, yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. So, consistency, belief, and focus. Making sure that you have those three things, and that you're working on those things. And that's what it takes, right? That's what it takes to actually succeed, with your fitness journey, or at least to like get get there like optimally without like a ton of suffering, and getting there without and being able to actually maintain it, right? So, yeah, so that's all I have for you guys. Those are the three things I want to talk about. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for reaching out. Let me know what your number one, out of these three things: consistency, belief, or focus. What one do you need to work on the most? Which one resonated with you the most? What's your strong suit? Like, comment what's your strong suit, of those three, and what's the one that you need to work on? Because we're always trying to be improving, guys. We're always trying to be improving. So, yeah. Other than that, though, that's all I really had for you guys today. Happy Monday. Let's kick ass this week. I'm shit. Like I said, I'm getting married in like 12 days, so I'm trying to like get shit taken care of big time, and leading up to it. Which is where my focus is coming in, where I'm needing to like focus up and work on that shit. So I can be prepared for it, because it's gonna get real busy real fast. So, still showing up though, still going live, be consistent with this shit. So, other than that though, happy Monday. Hope you had a good rest, or hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you all later. Peace, guys. Have a good one.